life is complete. I'm good in the streets and I'm good in the peace. Party to Damascus with all my hiker trash. Knock the world off its axis. Call me the Black Alaskan, yeah.
Good morning, good morning. Day 24, man, live here from Basswood Park. As y'all can see, I camped right here last night. The dew was heavy this morning, so I spent about 10 or 15 minutes drying off my tent. It's good to have one of these, something you can wipe your tent down, wipe that morning perspiration off of it, that dew. The tent sweat is what I like to call it. But man, I was about to pack up and get out of here like real quick. I was halfway packed up, then I'm over here having my morning coffee, and I keep seeing something jump. I keep seeing something jump in this lake, so man, it's only right. Sure, it's only right, you dig? I gotta test it out. I just got this the other day when I stopped in Walmart in Henderson, Kentucky. Shout out to Brian, man, for the pole. So I haven't been using it much. I caught a couple fish down in I think it was Tennessee. Yeah, right around the end of Tennessee, I caught a couple fish. But yeah, I gotta test this out because something keep jumping in this look like a bass lake. That sound like a bass jump. You know, bass, boy, they get early morning, be jumping, grabbing stuff. So yeah, I'm about to test it out and see what I can do. Put my rooster tail to use, man. As y'all know, I love rocking with the rainbow. You dig what I'm saying? I caught a lot of fish on this rainbow rooster tail last year on the AT, man. Trout love them, especially like brook trout, brown trout. They love them. They tear them up. I guess they don't like rainbow trout that much, so they vicious with it. Oh yeah, it's one of those Osage orange trees right there. Man, if you hear them things drop out the tree. Yesterday I walked up to it because they got a little plaque up there to tell you what kind of tree it is and everything. And one of them things fell out the tree, boom, hit the ground. It hit the ground with a thud, Jack, and it don't break open or nothing. So it's all, I hit it on the ground yesterday. I threw one on the ground like 3 times just to break it. So them things are hard. Do not stand up under one of those trees. You're gonna be knocked out, bro. Or sis, or whatever, you're gonna be knocked out. So be careful. But yeah, man, so finished my little coffee. As you can see, Mountain House, shout out to you guys, man. I got the biscuits and gravy on deck. You dig what I'm saying? I left my sugar last time. I threw some stuff away and I accidentally threw my sugar away, so I ain't got no sugar in my coffee today, but it's all good because I had some nice French vanilla creamer for it, so I got a little bit of flavor. I thought about putting some M&Ms in it, but I changed my mind. But yeah, we about to bust these biscuits and gravy down. I'm about to tie this rooster tail on, and I'm about to throw me a couple lines and see what I can do, man. I might be able to pull me old largemouth up here. That'll be a great day to start off, boy. That'll be a great way to start this day off. Ooh-wee, good old largemouth, one of them old big mouth billies, boy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. All my country folk, all my fishing folk, y'all know what I'm talking about. You did what I'm saying. But love and light to all, man. Pastor 31. What up? Day 25 live here from Second Baptist Church in New Albany, Indiana. This church was built, I think he just told me 1830 or 1850. All original. They done restored it. Beautiful church. And this is an actual Underground Railroad stop. They got some tunnels up under in the basement. So I think I might be able to take a look at them real quick and get some pics and stuff for you guys. Let me check it out. Waiting on Pastor Marshall to come back out. This church is on, let me see, East Main Street, New Albany, Indiana. And also, this church has, look at this, from the National Park Service. Boom. Beautiful church, beautiful, beautiful.
Now that name on that, the Presbyterian Church, that's who might have a little better chance to make it out of here, make it out of New Albany, from a church than anywhere else. Here is where we assume that they bought everybody.
Oh man.
And what the problem that we have with the historical reference is nobody wrote this stuff down. You're not gonna write down you slave. That's ain't no paperwork.
That's true.
So
yeah, it's all kind of word of mouth.
yeah, it's word of mouth. But the stories that have been word of mouth stories are pretty good. That door, that's the door right there.
Okay.
What you're standing on is silt left over from the 1937 flood. So I've been told that it was 6 foot deeper than this.
Wow. Oh yeah, so there's a bunch of room down here.
So you come in and you go down, and then these little, come in here, you come in the door, you go down, and pretty much nobody would come in here. And if they did, this is what we think happened. Here you can just go in there now.
Oh, okay.
But when it was down, you would crawl up in there and hide.
Yeah.
But they were 6 feet down. Nobody would.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
So.
Wow. Man, this is palpable right here. This is tough. We went through a lot, man.
It's just too much. Every time I stick my key in that door, I realize that we just safekeepers of the legend there and the truth, really.
Yeah.
Because nobody can tell it for us.
This is true.
So if they were back, I can understand, yeah, they would hide out anywhere you could.
Yeah.
So then you would come back here. Somebody got sick. This is right under the front door.
Okay.
That passageway leads across the street. So you come down here, and you couldn't walk out on the street. You'd come down through here and go through here and wind up over across the street, which used to be back in the 1850s, it was a hotel.
Okay.
Well, during the Civil War, they commandeered it and made it a Union hospital. But back in the 50s, and of course the early era, just before the Civil War, it was and the Presbyterian Church here in New Albany were probably some of the best workers for freedom of that time, back in the 50s, 60s.
Okay.
So bring them in, go through that tunnel. We're trying to get this tunnel reopened, but we can't reopen because some kids figured out how to get under, go over here. So now,
yeah.
rather than get sued, somebody gets hurt down in here, we had to
True. Yeah,
block it off.
Makes sense.
So, but it's our folks have had to do so much. Everything we do is undercover. We got to go under, slipping, sliding, ducking and dodging.
Moving in the middle of the night.
Yeah, moving in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Moving underground. This is probably would be one of the places where there really was an underground passageway, because you'd have to go over there if you were sick. They would take you over across the street, but you couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, you definitely couldn't go out this front door and walk over across the street.
No matter what's wrong with you.
Yeah, I don't care if you could be in bad shape, but you better not hit that door up there.
Yeah.
Had to get you down here, take you through there, and there was the hospital over there. And they had more than one, but this was the one direct, close to the church where you didn't have to go outside to get in it. They had about 11 or 12 of them here in the area. But this particular, they tore it down, tore the hotel down, which not good for history because it's gone.
Yeah, true.
You know.
So this literally was an underground town almost.
Yeah, the Underground Railroad is not a railroad, but really, literally, you had to go underground to get up to move down here. And there's a couple other places where you come up over there where people would house people farther down into New Orleans. Because if you get this far, you're really still just a few feet, basically a few hundred feet from the river.
Yeah, so you got to get further away.
You got to get a long hump to go anywhere from here.
Yeah.
So everything this is what it was in 1852, 62, 72.
Man, this is real. Yeah, this is the first real stop that I had that I felt like had anything to do with the Underground Railroad since I've been out here. Man, I'm grateful to be able to stop through here.
I'm glad I was here because another hour I've been gone. Getting a haircut.
I can dig it. But headed to Louisville, leaving up out of New Albany. Just now stopped at the Second Baptist Church, New Albany. Shout out to Pastor Marshall, man. Gave me a wonderful tour of the church, which is an actual Underground Railroad stop. Took me downstairs to the basement where actual slaves actually hid out down there. Used them tunnels down there. Used that basement, man. I'm talking about the energy in there was strong, man. Strong. Man. Much love to Pastor Marshall. He said they've been doing renovation on that church for about 9 years now. Got it back looking immaculate. Got original 1850s furniture in there. The original stained glass, all that kind of stuff, man. Beautiful. It was it's a National Historic Park site, I think it is, or especially Underground Railroad site, nationally recognized, and they're working on getting it certified by National Park, I think he said. I forget exactly how he worded it, but that was an amazing place, man. Beautiful place, a lot of energy. Just imagine, man, and being able to chop it up with him, get them good vibes. He was more than happy to take me around and show me, so really do appreciate that. First actual stop on the Underground Railroad that I've seen so far, so that was amazing. Love and light to all. Kentucky. I am in the Muhammed Ali Center. Find greatness within. You did? Definitely had to come check out this. A legend. Cassius Clay, better known as Muhammad Ali. So cool. Hello. Well, guys, turns out you got to pay to come in here. It's like 14 bucks, which I would pay, but they close in like 15 minutes, so I don't think it's no point in paying that when I'm gonna have to leave right out. So security guy chased me down, and by the time he caught up with me, he was all out of breath and everything. But y'all know how I get. Wow. What's up, guys? Live here from the Econo Lodge in Louisville. Decided to get me a room today instead of pushing on those extra 20 miles to Charlestown, Indiana, I think it is. Yeah. So just kind of a little wore out a little bit, but it's been a great day. Man, it's been an amazing day. I got a bone to pick with the Adventure Cycling Association, or whoever made those maps. I really got a big bone to pick because Second Street Baptist was not on the map at all. But that's an actual underground railroad stop. The first one that I came across in 1,000 miles. So we're a little under 1,000 miles, and it wasn't on any map. They keep sending me to Shiloh, Battlefield, Memorial Campground. I don't want to see nothing about the Civil War. This is supposed to be the Underground Railroad Trail. So if you're gonna just have things about the Civil War and all the battles of the Civil War, then you should call it the Civil War Trail instead of the Underground Railroad Trail. So that lets me know that from here on out, I'm gonna basically have to be finding my own points of interest, my own routes to places because I was 2 roads over from where I was supposed to be, and I just happened to stumble across that church. You know, and I was meant to be there. That was the best experience I've had since I've been on trail. That's the most rewarding experience that I've had since I've been on trail, where I can actually get in and feel the energy. It was palpable, as I said, but it's been a beautiful day. I left there. I went and rode to Louisville, met up with Lindsay, who just started a new magazine. I think it's called the Southerly. I think it's called Southerly. Just started a new magazine. She's a writer, also a photographer. So she came out. We went down to the Muhammad Ali Museum and kicked back for a second. I might have already told you guys this, but I just wanted to recap my day. Went down to the Muhammad Ali Museum, did a little quick photo shoot, about a little 30-minute photo shoot, walked around the block, seen some of the stuff around downtown Louisville. Louisville is a beautiful city too, by the way. Beautiful city, got a lot of history with it, man. So I went, after she left, I went into the Muhammad Ali Museum. It was about to close down. I just came up in there like I own the joint, you know what I'm saying? Start moving around, shooting videos, everything. I'm just moving the group, and I had some little bit of footage from that. But by the time I got to the second floor exhibits, I was all the way through there. The security came, and he was all out of breath. Sir, did you pay? I said, oh, I didn't know I had to pay, man. I thought it was a museum. I'd be thinking free, you know. Especially Muhammad Ali in Louisville. I would think that's one of y'all main attractions. Well, I guess you would charge for one of your main attractions. Yeah. Museums, though, I think free. I know when I go to D.C., I ain't paying to get no museum. Especially when it's full of stolen prices, artifacts and stuff. So that's another story. Let's move on. But yeah, went in there and checked out a few things before I got put out. And they was about to close in like 10, 15 minutes anyway, so it's all good. Left there, and when I had talked to my folks, Cass Harrington, who writes for NPR, and is doing a story on me right now, working on a story for me right now, who put me in touch with Lindsay to come do the photo shoot. She was telling me about a monument, a statue they had downtown right here, right across the bridge, right when you come into Louisville, of I forget his first name, York. His last name was York, but York, I can't think of his first name. He actually headed west and with Lewis and Clark. He was, I think, Clark's slave, and he made the whole trip with them. And then I read a little bit about it. I got pictures of it and everything, a little bit of footage of it, and kind of got on my nerves the fact that this guy was never really mentioned. That's the first time me ever hearing a black guy, made that trip with Lewis and Clark. That was my first time ever hearing that. As a matter of fact, when I stopped down in Cave In Rock, Illinois, where I'm guessing that Lewis and Clark and them rode through, they had some not figurines, kind of like a wooden statue almost, but like skinny, of Lewis and Clark. But it was no York wasn't there. And I just kind of find that kind of messed up, that guy never got his just due. Well, he got it there, right here in Louisville, got a statue, so, that's cool. But I was reading on it, and it was saying that even after they came back east, from making it all the way to the West Coast, he was actually still a slave, and Clark didn't give him his freedom, grant him his freedom until like 10 years later. I'm like, yo, man, that's kind of whack, because I'm pretty sure he probably saved y'all head from getting chopped off, tomahawked off by natives, you know what I mean? So he made the whole trip with you. That just kind of don't sit well with me, man. But that lets you know how the times were back then, I can make this trip with you, probably help save your life a couple times or whatever, you help save mine, and then I still got to be your slave. That's wild. That's wild. But yeah, man. But other than that, it was just. Even with that, it was a great day. It was just a beautiful day, man. It was beautiful weather. I've seen a lot of beautiful sights. As I said, Louisville is beautiful. The ride from New Albany in here is beautiful. It's like 10 miles. Not a hard ride. They got a little greenway as well coming into the city. And they got a nice little like greenway ride and walking area around Louisville when you first come across the bridge, and the bridge itself, So, yeah, man, it was just a full day, man. And when I got here to the hotel, well, I can't tell that story. I don't want to get my guy fired. I may tell that story one day, but I got a great deal on the room. I'll just say that. Love and light to all, man. Day 25. We are about. I don't got my maps out right now. I wanted to have my maps out. I should have. I know we over 950. So tomorrow, man, we're going for 1,000, baby. We're going for 1,000. Lord willing. Shout out to Mr. Marshall, Pastor Marshall over there at 2nd Street Baptist. I really appreciate your hospitality. I thank you so much, man. I'm forever grateful for that experience, man. Honestly, that touched my soul. Hopefully, man, when y'all see it, y'all can come visit one day, man. I think it's worth the trip. Definitely worth the trip. And as well as he said, trying to get the church recognized as, I think, a national historical site. So if you know anybody that can help with that, he said he had a woman that was working on it. She was with the National Park Service. I can't think her name at the moment. It escapes my brain. But said she was almost retired. She was supposed to retire, had filed the paperwork and everything, and she's like, nah, matter of fact, I'm just working a few more years so I can help y'all get this recognized as a national site. And they were trying to make her retire and everything. She had to actually go back and reach out to Obama, President Obama, when he was president, and allow her to keep her job and continue to work to try to get that church recognized. So I think that's amazing. I think if anybody here is watching this that can help with that, that would be dope. Because we definitely don't want to lose sites like that. That's priceless information. As far as the Underground Railroad goes, man, it's not a lot. It's really nothing written down because it was all word of mouth, because for safety reasons. So you couldn't just write all the rules of the Underground Railroad and all the spots down and have them on paper for people to find, because that would have been terrible. That would have been the end of the Underground Railroad. So yeah, and I was also told by Pastor Marshall that whole town got a lot of little underground tunnels and stuff like that, and that was used to aid in the escape of slaves. He said they would come through and go under and come out free. But back then, the thing was, if you get caught without your papers, slave catchers, they could take you back into slavery, and all that would take for them to beat you up and take your papers from you, and then take you down to the sheriff or constable or whatever was back then, and say, I found this runaway slave, he ain't got no papers. And you say, what you gonna say? He took my papers. Who they gonna believe? So that just shows you, man, how things were just totally different back there. Like, I could just take your freedom and go make some money off you and just go sell you back down the river. That's why people be like, sell it. You sold me down the river. That's where that statement comes from, So a lot of statements, a lot of sayings that we got in America have some deeply racist roots. Sell you down the river, cotton picking, well, I be John Brown. Like, all of those have deep roots in racism. And people just say them because they've been just growing up accustomed to hearing them and not even know the origin of it. But I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm here so we can try to shed some light on this. But love and light to all, man. I'm about to kick back for the rest of the night. I'm about to go ahead and take me a nice hot shower, nice hot long shower. Should have stopped at Dollar General and got me some Epsom salts or something so I can soak in, but I'll be okay. And wake up in the morning. My guy said you got to be out by 8 o'clock. That's fine. That's fine. I'll be out by 7, my dog. So go ahead and give me some nice rest, man, and wake up feeling refreshed and keep it moving. This is a huge bed right here. So I'm gonna wake up and keep it moving. I'll be tossing and turning all around that, having whole live conversations as I do. Anybody that been around me when I'm sleeping know I have whole live conversations sometimes. So yeah, it is what it is. Much love to all, man. Peace and blessings to you. Whew, what a day. Day 25, live from the Underground Railroad Trail. It's Logo, the Black Alaskan. Peace. Good morning, folks. Day 26, live here from Econo Lodge in Louisville, Kentucky. Post office. Today, I am going to the post office and send a bunch of stuff home. I just haven't been using it, or it's just extra stuff that I don't need. This great pack, great hydration pack. I got my first 2 set of maps in here. Also got my Catadine water filter in here. I just haven't been using it much lately. I'm out of the deep south. I'm out of Alabama. I'm out of Mississippi, and it's not super hot like it was down in those areas. It's kind of hot now, but about 80, 90, but it's not just unbearable. So I don't need to carry 5 liters of water anymore. So I'm sending that home. Sending the Crocs home. I just haven't been wearing them that much. And I gotta kind of fit them to my feet more because they do kind of hurt my toes right here. Toe get kind of caught up in that loop and kind of start pulling and doesn't feel too hot. So send that home. I will open this back up, but I had it tied pretty nicely, so I'll just tell you what's in here. I got my Love and Light hat, as you can see, with my 2,000 miler patch on it, but just haven't wore it. I always got my helmet on, so when I get to town, I don't feel like even taking it out the bag and putting it on. My rain jacket is in here. Fortunately, I have been able to avoid the rain. If it comes, I just have to ride in it till I can find me some kind of shelter to get up under, Plus that jacket, riding a bike with it is kind of a looser jacket. So I just don't think it'd be good to ride with. I'll probably be super hot, even though it has zippers on the arms where you can let air and stuff in. But I just haven't used it, so I'm sending it home. That may bite me in the butt. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I got my butt butter in here, my chamois butter, anti-chafing cream. I just haven't been using it. I'm good on that. I got my hammock in here. Haven't used my hammock enough to keep it. What else I got in here? Drawers and socks, and that's about it. Oh, I got my speaker in here. I haven't used it in a while. I used to put it on a little Bluetooth speaker right here. Pretty cool, pretty small, but I just don't use it. So sending all this kind of stuff home, man, this is pretty heavy. This is about 7 or 8 pounds. So all together, I'm probably shedding like 8 to 10 pounds right here, because these Crocs are pretty heavy too. So with that being said, shoot, man, I might be able to almost send these front bags home, but I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep them just in case I need to add a little bit more stuff here and there. So yeah, but we're looking pretty good in here, man. I have everything kind of packed up in here. As you can see, this is my sleeping bag, my 30-degree North Face. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to upgrade this sooner or later, but not on this trip. I wish I could, but just not on this trip. My food bag full of Mountain Houses, Patagonia jacket. Shout out to Lee Boss from the Patagonia store for hooking me up with that. My Big Agnes sleeping pad is here. What I have here, I got cook set right here. Under my cook set is, in that green bag right there, is all my miscellaneous gear, my little tools and everything like that, bike tools and everything. And so I had to use those just a minute ago to tighten up my bike. Yesterday I was coming over a lot of like bumps and stuff, boom, and I had actually stopped my bike and went to lock it up against a pole and lifted the back of it up, and the tire like had a bunch of give in it. The tire was actually about to fall off, so I'm glad I checked that. So I hadn't checked it in a couple days. You just got to stay on top of the maintenance on your bike. Make sure your bike is all the way together, because you would hate to be riding down a large hill and your tire come off. Boy, it's gonna be some problems, especially with all this weight and stuff I got on it right here, man. It would be super dangerous to have your stuff unsecure. So I got my clothes bag right here. As you can see, I just took these pants off, so instead of pulling my clothes bag back out and stuffing them in there and cinching the sack back down, tightening it back down, I just kind of stuffed them in on top over there. Also got my machete here. So yeah, I'm cutting down. These bags yesterday was like full up to here, both of them on both sides, so I got a lot of room right now to maneuver, and it's a lot lighter. Let's see. Oh yeah. I can pick this thing up with one hand now and just walk it. Oh yeah. Perfect, beautiful. Oh, I'm about to drop the bike. But anyways, just wanted to show you guys what I had going on. Got my pole attached to the back. Trucking poles for my tent, for my Z-Patch tent, and yeah. Everything is everything, man. So packed up, just about ready to go. Just going over everything, making sure I got everything together. Take this, run this to the post office, send it off, and we should be good, man. What up, everybody? What's good, man? Look at this. Perfect ending to my day. Got caught in a little bit of rainstorm on the way here, and it's been all good though. It really just kind of cooled me off. So to get the rainbow at the end is just icing on the cake, man. And guess what, folks? I ain't really been talking to y'all today. I ain't had no space on my phone. I tried to clear up a bunch of space, but I just did something wrong. iPhones are terrible for space. I'm learning. But I went over 1,000 miles today, man. We over 1,000 miles. We probably like 1,012 to 15 miles in or somewhere around there. But I'm in Madison, Indiana right now. When I passed through, I can't think of the name of the town, but that was my 1,000-mile mark, and that was about 3 or 4 hours ago. So we just been cruising, man. I am right here at Clifty Creek State Park. Got a lot of little walking trails. There's actually a couple down there to the left. Got a few nice walking trails I seen on the way in here, and nice views and overlooks and stuff out like that. So it's pretty cool area. So hit it right now to find me a camp spot before it gets too dark, man, and move on from there. Let me see if I can ride and film. Let me get some speed up, y'all. Give me 1 second. Got it in too high of a gear right now. Okay, there we go. But yeah, man, just been a wonderful day. And when I got into town, the last little town just now, I stopped in at the Pizza Hut and was about to get me a personal pan pizza, and the guy came out doing delivery driving and saw me and was like, "What you got going on, man?" I said, "Oh man, I just reached 1,000 miles today." "What you got going on? What you doing?" I told him what I was doing and everything. "Man, you want a free pizza?" Man, yeah, you know, being a hiker, through hiker from Appalachian Trail, you already know we do not turn down no food, baby. I ain't had a chance to say that the hiker hunger has hit so far yet. I don't think I've been out long enough, or maybe I just been eating pretty good and haven't noticed it. Shots out the Mountain House and all the other places that I stopped during the day for lunch and eat there, then get to the camp spot or whatever and do my Mountain House thing. Shout out to them. Them biscuits and gravy is amazing. They actually taste like biscuits and gravy you'll get from a real country kitchen. So I appreciate that, man. Definitely. Maybe we can try to link up after this is all said and done and do a limited edition line of Black-a-Latchin and Mountain House collabs. Give y'all my real favorite recipes and everything. We'll see. But much love to you guys. Let me get to the campsite. What up, folks? Good morning. Oh, excuse me, hold on. John, I forgot to get some water from the campground. I forgot water. I think there's some gas station or something coming up. I should be able to get some water. I'll be good. I'm looking for a spigot when I'm right here, though. But it's day 26, 27, one of those. I'll get back with you on that in a minute. But a little bit chilly this morning. Leaving up out of Clifty Hills or something like that, State Park. And about to cross back over into Kentucky for a little while. So I'm gonna try to push a 50 today if we can. I think it's just gonna be cloudy today. Hopefully it should heat up in just a second. But shout out to Patagonia, especially the Atlanta store. Miss Lee Boss had donated this jacket for the trip, so shout out to her. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely coming in handy. I started to put on the Pokemon pants today, but I said, nah, I'm gonna chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chill just for a little second. You dig? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna bust them out yet. But I got them with me. You dig? So we're just gonna move and groove today. I got about a flat 15, 16 miles. Then we go up about 300 or 400 feet, and then we just ride like that. It's flat for about another 15, 16 miles once you get up to where you're going. And yeah, shouldn't be such a hard ride today. Got some hills, but I'm getting pretty much used to those at this point. So hope y'all having a blessed day. Whenever you're watching this, man, shout out to you. And man, it's amazing how things just like happening on this trip, right? Because I was thinking, like, my mom called me. I talked to her this morning. She sent me something yesterday, attachment on my phone, right, that I couldn't open up, so I didn't see what it was. So when I was talking to her on the phone this morning, she said, "Did you see that attachment I sent you?" I said, "Nah, I couldn't open it." She said, "Well, it was this black man that led Lewis and Clark west to the West Coast." I said, "Oh yeah, York." I said, "Yeah." I said, "The crazy thing is, I've been there. And matter of fact, I was talking to her on the phone while I was sitting right there. So it's just crazy how that works. She like, boy, cause yeah, I was about to tell you, go on back to Louisville. You got to go see that. I was like, yeah, I was there. I was sitting right there talking to you. She like, get out. For sure. Love you, Ma. But it's just crazy how things just like be happening out here, you know. Serendipitous in nature, I would say. But yeah, man, this is a beautiful park right here. Man, I wish I had a little bit more time to explore, but as you can see from this Patagonia on my back, I'm trying to beat winter. Winter is coming, baby, and I'm trying to beat it because I know the further north I get, the colder it's gonna get. So I got to get to it. With that being said, much love to you. I'll get back to you in a minute, baby. Love and light to you. Peace and blessings. It's your boy, the Black Latcher.